We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, it looks like the industry is slowly but surely gearing up to kind of expose Nicki Minaj or spill some tea on Nicki in regards to basically where she aligns herself when it comes to her stance for politics. Ruby Rose, if you don't know who that is, not the industry whore, but the one that was on, what was that show? Orange is the New Black. She decided to put out a series of posts in regards to Nicki. She said, I have toured with Nicki Minaj. Her ego was outsized. She had to fire someone for every show publicly because she is 3 feet MAGA. One night, she fired the security for not seamlessly carrying her from the stage because she went to jump off several bars early. The third night was the best. We were all going to get fired because her birthday, and well, someone on her team had organized a bunch of her friends and celebrities to do a happy birthday montage video. So kind. Only problem was, of the dozen or so video messages that came in, not one had her age right. And now her real age had been leaked. Wow. I could go on. But I'm waiting for her next outburst. Now, that's not the only thing that was said, unfortunately. Yvette Nicole Brown, who's also an actress, said, I know someone who worked on the wardrobe team that did a fitting at her house. She wouldn't allow anyone to use the bathroom, not even the guest bathroom near the front door. Just decided that they didn't deserve to relieve themselves on her sacred premises. Hashtag trash. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, wow. But am I shocked that, celebrities are now speaking up? Nope. I think more people and bigger celebrities will start to speak out against Nicki Minaj because of her current stance. I literally said a few months ago, gone are the days where it's just going to be female rappers going after Nicki. Because that was mostly what it was. Yes, here and there was other celebrities that came after Nicki, but it was mostly a lot of issues publicly were with female rappers when it comes to beef, right? But now I think a lot more celebrities are going to start openly speaking out about their disdain for Nicki Minaj, and they're going to be telling stories from something that happened 10 plus years ago, right? So it's going to be very interesting on how this is going to play out. Now, people can say, oh, Ruby Rose, the actress, not the industry dot, we're not talking about her, but Ruby Rose, actress, this other lady, Yvette, they're irrelevant. But I feel like, voices will be heard. I feel like, yes, they're not. I don't know about Yvette, but I don't know what Ruby Rose got going on, because the last time I seen her, she was on the Orange is the New Black. But I feel like that's not going to matter. I feel like once people start pushing certain narratives, certain things could stick, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens and how Nicki Minaj responds, if she will respond to this. I definitely think that she should respond if it's not true. File a defamation lawsuit. Unless they got receipts, then, I don't know if she can. If she says nothing, more people are going to come out and say, oh, I worked for Nicki and this happened. That's how it starts. Okay? First is 1 or 2 people. Then it's going to be, 10 other people saying something. And it's not going to be regular people. It's going to be celebrities. Oh, I saw she did this. I saw she did that. Now, moving on from that, Cardi B gets humiliated yet again by Stefan Diddy. Stefan Diddy's ex reportedly drops the paternity and child support lawsuit after a DNA test confirmed he is the father of their newborn child, or their unborn child, because I believe she's still pregnant. This is going to be interesting. a lot of people are calling Cardi B out, calling her a hypocrite because she called out Off the Cheat and, said all this nasty stuff about him. But people are saying STEF0N Diddy's worse. Here's the thing I told y'all about Cardi B. This is why she's doing this. Offset is broke. Okay? Offset don't got the money he had when he was popping with the Migos. Those days are over. So the reason why she is willing to kind of take the bullshit with STEF0N Diddy, because he just signed, I think he signed what? $100 million contract? You can say, oh, she got her own money, but she don't got that NFL, NBA contract money. She not getting that. That she can go on tour. She's not getting no $100 million. Okay, no shade. She's not. Okay, and then on top of that, she got 4 kids. Okay, so I'm sure she'd rather have a partner that's making money, that's helping out financially, than a bum that gambles. No shade. And speaking of Off the Cheat, he has reportedly paid off his $1.5 million tax debt he owed the United States. This update comes after Cardi B previously alleged that Off the Cheat's unpaid debt kept them from finalizing the divorce. So it might be a divorce settlement coming soon, or their divorce being finalized, because Offset wanted Cardi B to pay his taxes and to give him some other alimony coinage. Okay, he wanted some, alimony in regards to finalizing the divorce. Then he would, officially let go of Cardi B. So maybe she cut the check. Okay, because I do think Cardi B has money. I just don't think she's as rich as the NFL players. Okay, but I do think she probably can give him $5-10 million. Okay, may not be liquidated, but she got assets that could, get to the 10 milli, then she would, or give away some of them Birkins that you got. Either way, I think she's going to have to cough him up a coin. And that's another reason why she probably want a man with money. Now, GloRilla, I really tried to stick up for you yesterday. Despite, you getting dragged on social media. But here you go again, giving people something to talk about, and it ain't got nothing to do with the music. So GloRilla decides to post a video where she clearly has a filter, hopefully, or she got some work done. Either way, it looks bad. And she talking about no lashes. And I feel like GloRilla is in this phase where she's trying to be more feminine and she wants to have a certain look, a certain face card. But GloRilla, you're never going to be that girl, okay? You need to accept the fact that you look like Little Bow Wow and call it the day. You shape like Little Bow Wow. You look like Little Bow Wow. You probably will end up just like Bow Wow when it comes to the music career in the next 5 years. You need to understand your position, okay? You're not going to be that girl when it comes to the face card and body, okay? We already got Sweetie, okay? We got, Nicki, even, Megan, her face card is really good, but you're not that girl. And you just need to accept it. I feel like you're having a hard time accepting it. But doing these type of filters when you don't look like this in real life, and you used to look way worse when you first came out, it's just honestly insulting. It's worse than what Cardi B has done. At least Cardi B is not going to use filters on Instagram or Snapchat. She's going to actually go to the surgeon to get the face that she wants. You're using Snapchat filters. Come on now. And you giving people reason to drag you. I think you like it, but you better hope you find a hit. Because all the music you dropped last year basically flopped. Okay? No shade. You haven't had a hit since Yaglo, in my opinion. Yaglo was your last big major hit. Okay? And then you had the Megan collaboration. But you need to understand that you're not going to be that girl when it comes to the face department. So stop wearing these filters. You look ridiculous and it looks a mess. Now, moving on from that, Doja Cat's Planet Her remains on the Billboard 200 chart for the 212th week, charting at number 145. Congratulations to Doja Cat on this. It's funny how Doja Cat fans forget V exists. they only streaming Planet Her. When is y'all gonna stream V or Vi or whatever it's called? Y'all need to support her new music. I don't understand why y'all trying to only support her old music. Support the new stuff. Now, moving on from that, it seems as though 50 Cent is slowly but surely distancing himself from Nicki Minaj. He did a recent interview, and he basically said that Nicki Minaj and Kanye West need to stay off politics and religion topics. That's what 50 Cent said in a recent interview, and focus on their music because they are just talking shit. He said there's two things they tell you to stay away from. They tell you to stay away from religion and stay away from politics. Because no matter what you think, someone passionately disagrees with you. I stay away from those things. That's how Kanye effed up, and Nicki says some ish. Okay? So that's very interesting that 50 Cent, who is a Trumpy, is saying that he has backed away from those topics, because I could have sworn that he has publicly endorsed this current administration a few times. So I don't know about that. I remember him talking junk about Zoran and how he was leaving New York, but he feels like he don't really dive too deep into it. I think that's what he means, like it's very surface level. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't really talk about certain policies and how he feels about the gay community and this and that. He doesn't dive too deep into it. So maybe that's why he's saying this. But I find it to be very, 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 very interesting because, you know, he's very cool with Nicki Minaj, and it seems like he's telling her to not speak out and, you know, just focus on the music. And that means people are definitely talking about Nicki behind the scenes, because the fact that he's publicly saying this means that he probably has heard some things or said some things behind the scenes if he's comfortable saying it publicly. That's just my thing, because usually he never say nothing against Nicki. He never tells her to not talk. He usually be rooting for her, but it seems as though that's not going to happen anymore. And unfortunately, it looks like the judge has ruled that Nicki Minaj's home can go up for sale to pay off the $500K that she doesn't want to pay to a man that is suing her for basically getting beat up by Kenneth Petty. So it looks like the judge has ruled allegedly that basically the home can go up for sale to pay the debt. Okay. Hopefully Nicki can, you know, wire some money, but it might be too late. It might be too late, but hopefully Nicki can wire some money last minute, because I'm just not understanding why a $20 million home needs to go up for sale for a $500,000 lawsuit. That don't make sense to me, but it is what it is. Now, moving on from that, Peträś calls out Republic after she's been basically shelved and blackballed, allegedly. She said, "I'm tired of having no control over my own life or career. I want to continue to self-fund and self-curate my own music. This is why I have formally requested to be dropped by Republic Records." Then Kesha chimed in and said, "I spent many years fighting for the rights to myself. Watching another woman realize that the golden cage is still a cage isn't a victory. It's a tragedy. We have to stop repeating. Freedom isn't a privilege. It's a birthright. I hear you and I'm sorry." Now, if you want to know what's really going on with Peträś and the reason why she basically getting shelved, that is on Patreon. Link will be in the description. But I feel like when it comes to Peträś, we got to look at things logically. When was your last hit, Unholy? When did that come out? Like 4 years ago. What are you doing for pop now? You got Sabrina, we got Billie Eilish, we got, Olivia Rodrigo, we got a lot of the girls that are thriving, and you're not one of them. Let's just be very clear. You're not one of the girls in pop that's thriving. And the one thing you're missing is a hit record. That's all you really need. And maybe you got to call up some of the pop girls to give you that. Call up Charlie XCX and see if she want to collaborate. She ride for the gay community. Same thing with Billie Eilish. So I feel like you're not thinking strategically. If I was signed to a label and the label has shelved me, once I get a hit, I'm going to be unshelved quickly and swiftly. So I think she doesn't understand that. Like, just make a hit record. I know it's probably easier said than done, especially in this climate, but I feel like Peträś, all you need is a good collaborator. See, the problem is you can't really do it by yourself, but I think you can do it with a Charlie XCX. I think you can do it with a Billie Eilish. You probably can't do it by yourself, though. And that's no shade. But if you call up one of those girls, they'll help you out for sure. So I think that's a great idea. Too bad her management couldn't just tell her that. Now, moving on to the Oscar nominations. Teyana Taylor has been nominated for Best Actress in a Supporting Role for one battle after another. And recently she won a Golden Globe, so congratulations, Teyana. And honestly, like I said before, the movie is really good. And I see a lot of people talking junk about the movie ever since she won the Golden Globe. And it's like, people always hate when somebody's on top or when somebody's successful. Like, the movie is good. That's why it's winning all these awards. Shut the fuck up. And then Sinners sets a new Oscar record. 16 Oscar nominations for one film. The most in 98-year history at the Oscars. And on top of that, Michael B. Jordan was nominated for Best Actor. Okay, now hopefully they get it right, because I feel like even though they got nominated 16 times, they definitely not going to win in every category. And I feel like they might snub Michael B. Jordan. So hopefully they don't do that. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Sydney Sweeney, Justin and Haley, and Selena Gomez. What's going on between them behind the scenes. Link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a great day.